Right, so Grant, thanks for joining us. So close to a great result.
Yeah, it was. It was unbelievably close. Brentford kind of came with the game plan of keeping the ball, and we knew they'd rotate the ball really well, and it kind of the game went as we expected. But I just think the boys did the club really proud, and I think that's the most important thing. The boys really did well, especially considering the boys we're playing against. They're decent young players. Boys that have played you can clearly see they've been coached and played at a good level. So it was a good competitive game, and we were just gutting how it ended. In terms of the times they scored, but yeah, and from our point of view, really proud of the boys.
Yeah, you said they're proud. Also amongst the supporters as well, we thought that was a great performance. Amongst the team as well, were they? Yeah,
definitely. I think there was a little bit. I think there was a little bit jaded towards the end, because I think how it ended, the boys were a little bit taken back by it with just how it finished with the 2 goals so late on. But actually, upon reflection, I think when they sleep and they have a bit of the adrenaline rush out their body, I think they'll rethink about the game, and they'll be proud of their performance. And I don't want to keep saying that word proud, but genuinely, I think our expectation of the game, we just wanted to stay in it as long as possible, and I think we did that. So yeah, upon reflection, you're gutting how it ended, but a superb performance.
I mean, considering they're coming up against players with Football League experience as well, who are training professionally.
Yeah, for sure. And we knew that coming in. We made it clear to the boys, listen, we're flying in the league, we're doing absolutely superb, and we just wanted to maintain that kind of air of confidence that, we wanted to try and take the game to them in the second half. Our kind of tactic was to sit in first half and frustrate, and then second half we wanted to push up the pitch a little bit more and try and get further up, and I felt like we did that, and yeah, it was a good performance. We're happy.
Yeah, certainly some meaty challenges going in there. You must have been happy with the commitment that the team showed.
No, for sure. There was a couple of yellow cards. To be fair to the referee, listen, no one wants to be a referee, but I thought he managed the game quite well, actually. The tackles that went flying in, I think, I'll bring up Ben Wilson's one. I think Wilson's one, it was such a clever yellow card, because they were in and they looked like they could have potentially scored. Chambers, comes in, and he's the type of player to do that, and it just breaks up the play. It just takes them off their rhythm, and that was something that we wanted to do. That level of commitment. We of course wanted to respect Brentford. They're an unbelievable side. They're a top class side, but we didn't want to show them that much respect that we weren't going to go touch tight and go into tackles. So yeah, commitment levels were really good, and to be honest with you, I just said to the boys at the end of the game there that we kind of go with Saturday. It's a really good game for us to go into on Saturday away at Kennington. So
very well organised as well, particularly the back line. I felt that both centre-backs and the goalkeeper had excellent games. Yeah, for sure.
RJ and Strax have struck up a little bit of a partnership, right and left-footed, complement one another really, really nicely. Malloy, I thought, was decent in goal as well, pulled off some decent saves. The first half save was unbelievable. And his kicking was better tonight. And RJ and Strax were super. There's a couple of other performances. The young lad who come on, I think his name's Rashid, who I've met. That's the first time I've met him.
Yeah, Rashid.
Yeah, he done well, and come on, and good pace. And there was a couple of. I'll give all the boys credit for their good performances, but certainly there were some standout performances from our point of view in terms of individuals.
You managed to get all of the bench some minutes as well out there. Was that important today?
Yeah, we gave a couple of players some rest. AJ, our usual left back, and Tunde, our striker. They weren't involved today purely because we needed them fresh for Saturday. And the priority was to rotate. It was, but as the game kind of trickled on, we found it difficult to make the changes. But then we were enforced to make the changes, which we didn't want to make 5 subs. Certainly, kind of around the 70th minute mark, we didn't overly want to change it, but we kind of had to. Players were carrying knocks and struggling, and unfortunately for us as a management group, we have to step back and not just think about the game. We've got to think about Saturday's game, and I think I've already said on the interview that we're 20 points clear, and that's our focus, is to get promoted out of this league. That's our focus.
I mean, today's game was certainly a very fast-paced game compared to what we're used to.
Yeah, it was it was unforeseen territory for us, because you know, a lot of the games that we play on a Saturday, I feel like we dominate most of the ball, we dominate most of the play, and we don't overly let teams dictate. But today, Brentford, you know, they kept the ball unbelievably well, and we had to kind of sit in our shape and dare I say, do a little bit of the Mourinho style park the bus-esque type performance, just to try and frustrate them, which we've never done before. So it was good. It was good. It's a bit of a learning curve for some of the players who haven't come against opposition like that. But you know, listen, it was. We are happy. I'm gutted how it ended, but we are happy. I've got
you must have been thrilled with how the team started both halves as well, scoring in the 3rd minute and then sort of 46th minute, I think.
Yeah, for sure. We was playing. You know, we knew today it could be a little bit of set pieces was going to help us. Free kicks, corners, throw-ins. You know, we really. We spoke about that before the game. That's where we felt we could get some joy, is if, you know, second balls in the areas and whatnot. We definitely felt that we could get chances created from them moments, and to be honest with you, we did, and we got the first half, 3rd minute, and I think the second half it was like our first attack. It must have been our first couple of minutes. Yeah,
it came from Chambers lobbed the ball into the box from one of his long throws, and there was a bit of chaos, and I think it fell to Brad.
And I think, and that's, you know, sometimes that's how you win games. Sometimes, you know, playing that style. So overall it was good. So we're happy.
We managed to set a new club record today of 554 people into the ground. How much of a lift did that give the players?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I was at work today and I said to my MD that I thought there would be a couple of thousand there, but I thought I'd maybe over-egged it a little bit. But actually, the attendance...
Couple of thousand?
Yeah, I said genuinely, I thought it was. But actually, you know, when I saw it, I thought it was more than 500, but it's such a good crowd. It was a really nice atmosphere, and it's nice to see so many younger children coming to see the first team boys and coming to see the Brentford boys. It was just nice. Listen, it's a family-run club. You know, the chairman and the board and stuff, they really care. So it's a great day for them. And it was nice just looking around the ground, seeing so many crowds of people. So that was, and apparently David Beckham was here.
Yes, he was in one corner.
Right, okay, yeah, I didn't spot him, to be fair, my eyesight's not great anyway, but
trying to be inconspicuous, I think he was. It didn't quite work for him. But hopefully, people who have come today will have enjoyed that, a 5-goal thriller. And,
100%, that's what it's all about, you know, putting this game... I was going to say put Erith and Belvedere on the map, and I mean that in a sense that it actually just broadens the club's horizon in terms of Brentford putting it on their Twitter feed and put it on their Instagram. It helps the club, and hopefully, like you say, a game like today, Tuesday night, it's pouring with rain. We're getting 500 odd fans. If it's a Saturday and they enjoy it, they can all come back down, and hopefully we can keep that consistent.
Definitely, let's hope that carries on. And now looking ahead, got a very tough away trip to Kennington, back to the bread and butter.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and it will be. I've played against Kennington myself, and also managed against them as well. They're a top side, and they're a bit of an unorthodox side in terms of, they're big, strong, physical, but they can actually play a really good style of football as well. And I know the gaffer really does encourage it down for them. So we're under no illusions. It'll be a tough game against Kennington, and yeah, look, the form we're in, we're going there confident. Of course we are, but we go there with taking 3 points and keeping our league position maintained and keeping that distance between Roster who are second. So
yeah, I mean, with Kennington, obviously they've got about 5 games in hand, I think. So yeah. I mean, they're probably in a bit of a false position when you look at them at the moment.
Yeah, no, for sure. And Kennington are a tricky side to play against. You go away from home and you're not going to take many points at their home ground. So we're under no illusions that the game's going to be tough, and we know that Phoenix, Erith Town, Kennington, them types of teams who haven't played as many games as us, we know they're on the up. But as I said to the boys and AC and all the management, to be fair, Mike, Tony and AC will kind of reiterate that if we just keep winning games ourselves, then we know the league's ours.
Do you think the team will carry some confidence from this game?
Definitely, yeah, definitely. I think even in terms of their fitness levels, they've run their socks off tonight. I'm talking some of the boys' stats. I'm sure they would have run 10, 11k, during the game tonight. So take that into Kennington. We're going to be pressing on the front foot, and we're hoping that's going to be enough to get us the 3 points.
Brilliant. We look forward to it. Thanks for your time, Grant. Really appreciate it.
No, and thank you. Thank you.